Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. This is your homegirl, Arabia Barbosa, 914 Westchester County, New York, the BT 1000. And I'm just waking up from my nap. I believed I laid down between 7:30 and 8 o'clock. Only because I'm trying to get some rest before I go. And quite frankly, I don't know if I'm going to walk down there or if I'm going to take the bus. And I looked up at the YouTube streets, and King Anthony is live right now. And I know he's a young dude. I know he's just trying to have fun and all this other stuff on these YouTube streets. But some things are just not fun. Some things are not entertaining. Some things are not funny. Some things I don't find the laughter in it. And it's a lot of bullshit going on these YouTube streets. And I've seen it 100 million times. We got a lot of gaslighters on these YouTube streets. We got a lot of manipulators on these YouTube streets. We got a lot of thirsty YouTubers, content creators looking for content, but not having any content, not having any value, not having any worth. They think making fun of someone is entertainment. They think bullying people is entertainment. They think doxing people is entertainment. They think taking people to court on bullshit cases from social media is entertainment. It's not entertainment. It's not fun. It's not funny. I don't find any humor in none of the bullshit I witnessed yesterday. And that's right, I'm calling it what it is, bullshit. I don't know if anyone remembers what happened over a year ago on this app with me and certain other YouTube creators, but I do remember the people laughing. I do remember the people poking fun. I do remember the gaslighting. I do remember the bullshit. And it seems like everyone takes a turn on this app.
Power off.
And people don't care about you. They truly don't. We got people on this app who says, well, I'm just doing a reaction. I'm just doing a fucking reaction. Do a reaction about you. Talk about you. Don't talk about the next man. Because it's not doing a reaction. It's not about content. It's about gossiping. We got a lot of gossiping hens in this sector. Male and female. People take pleasure in trying to destroy other people. Then we got people on this app that got community walls. So long. It takes you an hour to read the community wall. Just say what you have to say in a fucking video. You say one thing in front of people, but privately, you're typically typing the truth or certain facts, but you're not going to come to the stage with your findings. You rather have everyone pick at one person. And I'm sick of it. I'm not going to join in. The way people feel about certain people on this app, I don't feel that way. And I'm not going to feel that way. Sometimes being on social media destroys people in ways they didn't imagine. They think that they found heaven in some ways, but in other ways, it's nothing but an in-between matrix of hell. Certain things remind me of the penitentiary about this app, about this platform. The cheering and the screams, the loud laughter about nothing. Empty laughter about fucking nothing. Useless gossip. That's what I call it. Everyone does it every now and then, but it's not content. It's trash. It's garbage. And everyone knows it. The stuff that's happening in this sector is useless, pointless, mindless. It has no direction. No one is directing anyone anywhere. I'm not very popular in this atmosphere, in this sector of YouTube. I've had motherfuckers call me names behind my back. You thought I wasn't listening when you did your videos. You thought I wasn't going to hear the bull jive. I got motherfuckers on this app call me being a female villain. I'm 10 times worse than some of these women on this app. But I have yet to appear in court with another YouTuber. I have yet to do that. I've done it in real life. I've gone to court in real life on charges that I committed, on crimes that I've done. And there was one time I was accused of doing something I didn't do. And it took me a long time to prove my innocence, but I had help. I had a good lawyer, and the lawyer had a good investigator. Shout out to the chat. If I have words with anyone on this app, it's for good reason. And it's usually because you find yourselves in a position where you have to speak up, where you have to let your opinion be known, because if you don't say anything, people are going to think that you agree with them. And I do not agree with the bullshit. And some people it just to fucking fit in. They think if they join the crowd that they are going to fit in with these people. Let me tell you something. They will turn on you just like vampires. You better remember that movie, The Queen of the Damned, where they woke that woman up from her sleep, where she entered the chambers of secret conversations with people that were like herself. But at the end of the day, they didn't want to follow her lead, and she was fine with that. But she told them, if you kill me, you kill yourselves. What did the vampires do? They partook of her destruction, drained her of her blood. The one that took the last drop did not live to tell the story. They too became stone. They too was trapped in the marble that she was trapped in for centuries. When you think you're getting over on someone, or you think you have won the victory, you've won nothing. And the others are sure to turn on you. They don't have any respect for you. People are like animals sometimes. People are savage in their ways of dealing with things. And I have seen the savagery in real life and on social media. And I'm not going to join in with the group. Sometimes typing in certain things in those chats are unnecessary. But I've watched this happen over and over and over and over again on this app. I have watched YouTube creators turn on their own audience. Sometimes people are given powers that they don't deserve. They didn't earn the respect. There's no need to be afraid of anyone on social media, but some people are just very threatening. Some people are overly aggressive in their approach to certain things. And the other weak content creators, they all follow suit. No one has their own mind. No one has an independent thought in this sector. And it's shameful. A bunch of adults, people in their 40s and 50s and 60s, are not adults. These are children. These are slaves to entertainment of so-called industry. The entertainment industry, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, is a part of the 9 dimensions of society that is ruled by the elite. The entertainment industry is not a dying industry, but it is an industry of corruption, and it is an industry of bloodthirst. Human blood sacrifices can happen in any shape or form. It's not necessarily people getting into a circle, chanting empty chants, wearing dark robes, and someone being slit open with a sword or a knife, or they're being put into a pit and set on fire. Human blood sacrifice is not usually that. Sometimes it runs deeper. Human blood sacrifice doesn't always require the shedding of blood. It is the eating and the snatching of the human soul. And a lot of you don't have any soul. A lot of you don't have any spirit. A lot of you don't have any heart. A lot of you are not human. I thought that when I went to prison, it took my humanity. It didn't take it. It made it grow. I don't have to go to anyone's platform or hit anyone's link to let my voice be heard. I can simply come to my own platform. This is what my own platform is here for. This is what it's here for. Shout out to the chat. Good morning. I guess this is the first morning no one is hearing me raise my voice. Raising my voice is not going to make my message come out more clear. Talking in a calm tone, a controlled tone will do that. I'm not here for a popularity contest. If that was true, I wouldn't even be on YouTube. I'm here for different reasons. And everyone that knows me know what those reasons are. I don't have to explain. No need for me to explain. People will take advantage of you if you let them. People will destroy you if you're not careful. And social media isn't for everyone. There's no way in the world anyone is going to convince me of anything. Just turn on the YouTubes and read some of these community walls, and you will see exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. It's amazing to me. People will come on someone's stage and tippity type or send in a super chat and talk shit, but then in their private mind, they will go on their community wall and write almost a whole book. Something they should have said in front of the scenes. And I'm talking about Queen Regina. She's one of those people. She said all that in front of the scenes, disparaging someone, making them feel small, and then go right on her community wall and try to dissect someone. Call herself breaking stuff down. We don't need psychiatrists in this sector. You want to be a nurse? Be a nurse in real life. Go back out there. You retired? Go back into the field. And that's real. The other morning, I shared stuff concerning history. our Black history. Nobody was in this chat, but everyone is over here when they want to hear some bullshit or want to hear me talking shit about somebody. If I talk shit about anybody, trust me, there's some truth behind it and some facts behind it. This is not about hiding behind another YouTuber. You don't hide. You stand there and you throw the rocks. Sometimes when people throw rocks or bricks, you can see the people throwing them. But then they'll come to you and say, I didn't throw that rock or I didn't throw that brick. And you're telling them, I saw you. A lot of people, and I'm going to say her name, a lot of people don't like Lonnie. But I'm going to tell you something. When Lonnie throws bricks and rocks, she don't hide her head. And matter of fact, if you confront her and say, well, I saw you throwing the rock, guess what she says? Yeah, I threw it, so what? What you going to do about it? If I'm throwing rocks and bricks and my hand is in the air and people see me and say, man, I saw you throwing rocks. So what? What the fuck you gonna do about it? I'm throwing rocks right now. That bullshit I saw yesterday was some bullshit. People want to make excuses for King Anthony Mafia, whatever the fuck his name is. Fucking asshole. 29 years old and come up here with all kinds of confusion. When I was 29 years old, I was on social media trying to start up any kind of confusion. There's a lot of people in the sector that does that. A lot of them. And all of them are not Quamites that are doing it. I'm not a Quamite. I'm not a rabbit. I'm not a sniper. I'm not an outlaw. I'm not a mafia. I come from Soda Nation. When people say stuff, you need to get it right. Everyone doesn't come from Bus Life. Everyone didn't follow Kwame Brown. Some of us followed Tommy Sotomayor. Some of us was following Hassan Campbell. Shout out to Chad. Some of us even followed Tom TKO, Cynthia G, a lot of ancient YouTube creators that are no longer on YouTube. I remember when the keyboard musician was on these YouTube streets, he was tearing it up. I remember when Jay Black was on these YouTube streets, he was tearing it up. I remember when Stupidity Exodus was on these YouTube streets, he was tearing it up. There was a lot of YouTubers on these YouTube streets at that time that don't act like these clowns now. And back in those days, when I first came to these streets, YouTubers would beef and argue with each other. But behind the scenes, they were all working together. Somebody went to jail, the others bailed them out. Somebody needed money to be raised on GoFundMe. Guess what? It happened. I remember when Tanya TKO became displaced. She left from New York and went to California. Back in 2015, a lot of you don't know this story, but she became displaced, homeless. She was living in her car. She went to her page. She told her people what was going on, and within days, they was able to raise over $12,000 on her GoFundMe. And some YouTube creators also donated. Shout out to the chat. YouTube back then isn't what it is now. We had real trolls back then. We had motherfuckers who could take your IP address and trace you down, especially if you threatened them or if you doxed them. They didn't go to the police. They didn't go to the courts. They simply traced your IP address and tracked you down, found out your name, found out where you lived, and then they took it to the next step. There's been YouTube creators who have come off this app who have found other YouTube creators they were beefing with and they killed them. So when people say, oh, it's all fun and jokes, it's for entertainment, you better look again. You don't know who's coming from behind that corner. You don't know who's coming from behind that bush. You don't know who's coming in that car. Laugh now, cry later. Shout out to the chat. Certain words are key words to get something started. Like I've been hearing the word divorce a lot. People throw that word around. That word has some kind of magical power behind it. The word no has very magical power behind it. Certain words are spells. And I'm not talking about no hocus pocus bullshit. I'm talking about real life shit. People laughing and picking fun at somebody. You don't know what they can do. Look at the New York subway shooter. And he made it known what the fuck he was going to do. He had a fucking list. What did the motherfucker do? Went right down there in the New York subway system and started shooting his guns. Nobody got killed, but people got injured. He warned people. Sometimes when people say, I'm going to get you and I'm going to do this and that, you better take it seriously. Better take it seriously. And why would anyone on this app run to the police when you didn't run to the police when you wanted to fuck with somebody? You ran to the YouTubes and got on someone's panel and started fucking with people. You didn't think about the police then. Look, I was in my house last year. Motherfuckers from off that YouTube app, from off this platform, found it necessary to call the police. The police came to this fucking house and did a wellness check. These motherfuckers on this app are clowns. They are snitches, they're informants, they're plants, they're clowns. I don't trust nobody on this app. I trust myself. I remember when Birdman was living, and I would be on the YouTubes talking with certain people on the YouTubes on panels and shit. I was on panels when I was at Birdman house. And Birdman told me, he said, Arabia, slow it down with talking to your friends on the YouTubes. But he wanted to make me happy. So what did he start doing? When I came over, he would turn his TV onto the YouTubes. He said, "You want to watch these people on the YouTubes? Let's bring it on the TV." He would bring it on the TV. You know why? Because he wanted to make me happy. He thought me coming to the social media, causing problems, being drunk, and on people's panels, fucking with people, was making me happy. He didn't know the deep down root feelings I had. He didn't know. He just went along. But then on that day, I called him and I said, "These niggas on the YouTubes called the police." He said, "What did you do?" He said, "Arabia, those people, aren't they supposed to be your friends?" He was not trusting. He had a lot of opinions about what they were doing on these YouTubes. And he used to make it known. He gone now. So I was telling KK about the YouTubes. You know what KK told me? She said, "Arabia, I don't mean no harm, but I don't want to hear about it because it's nothing but mixing up." She said, "You're going to get hurt. You're going to get played. You're going to get manipulated, and you're going to get hurt." As she suggested, don't be on social media like that. It's fine every now and then, but don't let it overtake you. My friend Baltimore, same thing. She would see me on the YouTube. She would listen to those music drops people were doing about me last year. She said, "Arabia, you're getting too mixed up on the YouTubes. Those people are not your friends. They're trying to destroy you. They're gaslighting you right now because because back then I was under the influence all the time, but that wasn't an excuse. It was something I was looking for, and I didn't find it." We got some good people on this app, and then we got some wicked people on this app. And it's amazing that when certain people come in certain chats, you don't see them because they got you blocked. But when they go live, all of a sudden they can see you. I find that very interesting. Queen Vegeta does that. She got me blocked in certain chats. Let's let it be known. And then when she does her little music or whatever on her channel, she could see me just fine. When I tippity type into her chat, I'm gonna stop supporting that. I can't fuck with people that do shit like that. God knows what else they're doing. God knows. I don't know. God knows. Let him take it. Let him take over on it. So we're gonna go through another year. The year will be over in a few more weeks. We ain't got that much long, because October is almost over. When October is over, you got November, you got December. So we got what, over 90 days left in 2025? I wonder what 2026 is going to bring. Because I believe this is the year of the snake. I do believe. I hope I'm not mistaken. I'm going by the Chinese zodiac now. So yesterday morning, I did a live video just like this one, talking about Black history and how we had to clean up the mess left from the establishment, the powers that be, and very few people actually listen to that. But when it comes down to me going against someone, two-stepping with someone, everyone is in attendance. Everyone likes that. They like for me to destroy another person. But that person actually deserves it because they've been stalking me for over 2 years on this app. Yes, we got people like that on this fucking app. You say one thing that hurts their fucking feelings and they will stalk you for as long as they can stalk you. Not only on this app, but on other social media platforms. They will break their neck trying to find out any information about you. Why? So they control you. And we got a lot of Godzilla trolls in the sector. I have not forgotten. I have not forgotten the lessons of old. But I'm not dealing with that crowd, those crowds of people that was here before. I'm dealing with a whole new crowd. And it's nothing but vampires. Predators and bloodsuckers. And when I mean by bloodsuckers, I mean about people that are constantly looking to snatch the souls and spirits of other human beings. Shout out to the chat. And that's reality. So I see we got G Mama in here, Kiss My Cheeks, Frank Nettie. It is what it is. These people were already in here. They're probably over there with Anthony, the jackass of the YouTube streets. I don't understand it. This motherfucker got food stamps. He's able to get food stamps. So that show you right there, he's not working anywhere. He's qualified for food stamps because he's unemployed. He tells y'all he works somewhere, but he don't work nowhere. When I was his age, I was in the penitentiary. Matter of fact, no. I left the penitentiary at 28. So when I was his age, I was starting my life all the way back over as an adult. Shout out to the chat. And he it's not his fault he's an asshole. It's not his fault he's a jerk. Look at all these people he's following under. Look at who he's trying to imitate. He's trying to imitate these assholes in this sector. He gonna find out. Just like how everyone laughed when they found out he got locked up. He couldn't get his car out of impound. He was selling food stamps online to other YouTube creators. He gonna find out. He hasn't learned his lesson yet, which is truly unfortunate. Now I wish I would have never taught him how to drop that link. Because I'm the one that taught him how to drop that fucking link. Now, ever since he been doing that, he been causing a lot of problems in this sector. He hasn't helped not one person. He just been causing problems. And so have the others. All that doing reaction videos, that's not entertainment. To me, it's not entertainment. It's gossip. And it's to keep shit going. And I'm very surprised that some of these YouTube creators, some YouTube creators I actually respect, I'm really surprised and disappointed. I really am. But then again, I can't get too disappointed because they did say they was about the bullshit. So it is what it is. I'm closing out this video, but I'm not going to close out my opinions. And I am going to say once again, I do remember these same people a year ago, 2 years ago, making fun of me, doing music drops, thinking everything was funny, and certain shit was being really serious. But we got a bunch of clowns in this sector. No one got any common sense. Nobody. We got bitches in the sector who say they're for victims and all this, but it seems like they're more interested in trying to victimize more people. They're not trying to help the situation. They won't even report on current events, but they care about victims. Wow. Bunch of tonteria, like I said. I'm out of here. Shout out to the chat. Thank everyone for coming in. Good morning. Anyway, peace.